Big names in the stand-up comedy world are getting together to honor our veterans.
The show is just for them at a residential rehabilitation treatment program in West LA. The show put on to thank them by making them laugh.
Tom Arnold is one of the performers. Jimmy Shin is one of the main organizers. Both of them join us live now from Tom Arnold's house, where he's got a great background behind him as well.
And a gaming chair, by the way.
Yeah, very impressive setup for the old man. Jimmy, though, let's start with you, because all of this started with a letter.
Yeah, I received a letter from a veteran who came to one of my shows, and he said he had PTSD and he hadn't laughed in a really long time. And he said that he was admitted into a treatment center, and I'm pretty open about my recovery from drugs and alcohol. So he said it would be an honor if I could come down with a couple comedians and make them laugh. And honestly, it was our honor. And the first one was a couple months ago, and we got Jay Moore, Daryl Hammond, Christine Peak, Greg Baldwin. We all went down there, and it was just such an honor, and they were just so grateful. And honestly, we were more grateful to them. And after we finished the show, one older veteran, he was probably 75 years old, he goes, "You made a veteran happy tonight."
Oh my goodness.
So it was like really touching, and it just made me want to just do it again, just because it was such a I don't know, it's just such a great experience for everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, you got Tom involved. Tom, you get to take part. You get to take part in this on Monday. What does this mean for you to be a part of something like this? Because I know that you traveled to Afghanistan to see our troops.
I did. You know, I'm a recovering alcoholic addict, and being of service is how I stay alive. I have had the honor of traveling to Afghanistan to entertain the troops, and I've traveled all over the world. I've traveled to Okinawa, a bunch of different places. It's a huge honor always, and I'm terribly upset about this week. And you had some of the young men on the show here, and heroes who got 110,000 rescued 110,000 people. We lost one of our group too when I was in Afghanistan in 2007, and you're over there, you'll do anything to make people laugh, and then the Taliban killed one of the servicemen that were guarding us, and then it gets very real. But I'm honored, and I'm definitely honored about this show. People do die in serving, but people die after they come home. And a lot of veterans are dying from alcohol and drug abuse. And the opportunity to go to the VA and talk to my fellows, who I have so much in common with, is, because a lot of times people forget, oh, well, they're back, it's, whatever. But a lot of people are dying in this country of drugs and alcohol, and a lot of veterans. And so it'll be a complete thrill. When I was in rehab, they didn't have comedians. I got a pair of fuzzy slippers with a smiling face. I was like, oh, my God. So they're also a great crowd, because they're the best. So, yeah.
Yeah, and this Monday, we're going to go down there with Maximini, who is on break from an international tour. Of course, Christine Peak, Daryl Hammond from SNL.
That's a scary picture of me.
Greg Baldwin.
Yeah.
And we just have such a loyal team. And one thing we all have in common is sobriety. And, we obviously want to share it with the veterans and bring our experience, strength, and hope down there.
And we have so much respect. I've never served in a war, but I was married to Roseanne for 4 years, so I have a little bit.
That has to be in the show, right?
Yeah, always.
Oh, believe me, it is.
Always. And it's just it's an honor and a privilege. And that's what we do.
Is that line for you like when the Rolling Stones play Satisfaction? Like you can't do a show without that line?
Believe me, I've said it at every military base all over the world. It works because they're like, oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah.
And Jimmy, what's your go-to?
My go-to is I talk a little bit about my recovery and how different life is, but more than anything, I just talk about my relationship with my girlfriend during the coronavirus.
Oh, yeah. Hey, well, you're still together.
She moved in right before the pandemic.
Wow.
Oh, got to know. And you're still together.
We're still together.
Wow, that's something else. And Tom, you've had a long-standing non-sexual relationship with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Very much. Oh, he's the best. He's the best, the kindest lover. I know he was great on your show.
Oh, thank you.
And when he was governor, we had too much fun. But I love him. My son has a poster of him flexing on his wall in his bedroom. He's the best guy. Because when the night that Arnold Schwarzenegger won during the last recall, you were on stage as the MC helping to introduce him. What do you make of this current recall that we've got going on? I'm not for it. I'm not because Arnold was special circumstance. It was a different time, and I obviously supported Arnold in everything he does. But I'm not. I like Gavin Newsom. I think it's a waste. I look at the candidates, and I'm supporting him. I don't want to do a recall.
Okay, well, just getting back to, because we have to wrap it up soon, unfortunately, but just getting back to the show on Monday, are you going to continue this on? Because it sounds like the vets need it just as much as you two do as well.
Yeah, Beverly Haas, who's the director of the rehab facility there at the VA hospital, she was just so kind with a letter to us wanting us to continue. And I said it would be an honor. And each time, of course, guys like Tom and Jay Moore and Maximini, they're all down. So.
And quickly also, there's a comedy show tonight that isn't just for vets that you guys do every Friday, right?
Yeah, that's Max Events, and it's at the Roosevelt Hotel every Friday, 8 p.m., and it's in the theater, which is a really cool venue.
Yeah. You can get
a lot of fun.
information on your website, jimmyshindig.com, correct?
All right,
you two.
Thank you guys.
so much.
Bravo for the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Good talking to you guys.
Thank you.